this is Karen. Welcome to a new dolallycrafts video, the first for 2018. These ones are called Throwback Thursdays, and this is number 1. And we're using an old DSP here. The design you can use with anything, but if you've got the Mosaic Madness stamp set and punch, you'll be in heaven with this one. As I said, choose a DSP, whatever DSP you want. I'm using this one up, and then pick some colours out of your DSP to do the rest of it. Okay, all of the measurements can be found on my blog. As you can see, this is a top folding card. I've used teeny tiny sentiments on the outside, and I can't actually remember what stamp set this one's from. Oh yes, I can. Love and Affection says sending a smile your way. So okay, this is the card we're making. Let's get on with it. As I said, everything can be found on my blog as far as sizing and everything. So we start off with our piece of designer series paper. Whoops, get out your paper trimmer, and all you need to do, doesn't really matter how much or how little of a slant you have with this, and how much or how little you have on the outside of the card, but it will give you a fine border just around the bottom. Okay, so we'll stick this one on first, and this goes straight onto your base layer. No dimensionals, just straight on. I hope everybody had a great Christmas and has a fantastic New Year. It's quite warm here in Australia at the moment, so if you can hear noise of a breeze in the background, it's because I've got my fan going because it's just so warm. Okay, the next thing I need to do is stamp out our long mosaics. Now, I did the original one in Daffodil Delight and Bermuda Bay. I'm sticking with the Bermuda Bay, but I'm changing to So Saffron, only because my Daffodil Delight is running out of ink, and I haven't got a re-inker handy, so I'm waiting to place an order this week so I can get my re-inker. So there we go. That's actually stamped out so much better than my Daffodil Delight did. So I'll pop that aside for a moment and in with the Bermuda Bay, and hope to goodness I'm able to line these up. So, excuse my head if it gets in the way. No. Flip it over. Luckily we have two sides to this paper, so I'm going to line it up there. Okay, we'll bring the So Saffron back in, ink it up again and start again. Okay, that's a little bit better. And then back with the Bermuda Bay. Almost stuck it round the wrong way then. And one more like that, and there we go. So that's that bit done. I'll pop that aside, and we'll bring in the other two stamps that we're using from the Mosaic Madness. So we'll start with the So Saffron, and I need 4 of those, and I need 4 of the Bermuda Bay. Okay, so that's the majority of our stamping done. I'll just close the lids because it's so warm. I don't want these drying out on me before I've finished. Now, I'm going to bring my punch in. Hopefully when you bought the Mosaic Madness, you also bought the punch, because it makes things so much easier. They can be fussy cut, but for a quick card like this, the punch is better. Pop those over there. One more. There we go. And now, pop those aside. Bring in the paper trimmer again. And what I'm going to do is trim as close to the edge as possible. That's 1, 2. Looks like the wind's picking up out there. And then trim across there. Flip it round. And I don't know whether you can see, these two have got tails so they can attach to the other end if you want to do a long strip. So I'm going to actually cut just at the end of that top tail there, so that it looks like it's a continuous pattern all the way down the paper. Okay, now I'm going to bring back in the Bermuda Bay just for a second, and I'm just going to edge both sides of the paper, both sides of the cardstock. While that's drying, I'm going to bring in this extra piece. Don't want to waste any, so this can go on the inside. So we just pop that at the top there, make sure all the sides are even like that. And then I'm just going to bring in, as you can see, I'm having a filming day, so I have a heap of stamps stuck to here, but it will give me balance so that I can't rock the stamps. So I'm just going to do Sending a Smile Your Way and pop that there. There we go. So that's the inside sentiment done. Okay, so the inside of the card is finished. Bring back in the paper trimmer, and with this I'm just going to eyeball halfway through and cut it in half. So we've got 2 pieces. Bring in my paper snips, and once again just eyeball the centre here and snip in, and then flag the end. If you have a banner punch, you can do this, banner the end before you actually snip it in half. It just makes it easier getting into the banner punch. Okay, so we've got all of these pieces ready to go. All we need now is our little piece, and that's for the front. Now I haven't even got it written down. Let's see, what's the measurement of the small piece? So we've got 3 inches long and 2 inches wide. So paper trimmer in again. So 3 inches long and 2 inches wide. Oh yeah, I think it might have been 2.5 inches, but never mind. We'll make it work. Okay, so we bring this piece back in, and I bring in my glue dots. Now they're on my table somewhere. Aha! If you could see my table right now, my desk, you would be absolutely horrified. Now, before I go any further, with each of the mosaics, just give them a slight curl. Then come in with the glue dots and just pop, whoops, a glue dot on one end of each of the mosaic pieces. Last one. There we go. Pop those aside. Now I want to bring in my sentiment, which is the miss you much, or miss you so much. And in with the Bermuda Bay again. Make sure I've got it up the right way. And just try and eyeball it into the middle there. Oh, that turned out quite well. I'm surprised at myself. Okay, now we come in with the Bermuda Bay pieces. Start off with the bottom one. Might actually bring in, if I can find my craft knife, so that it makes it easier for me to place the mosaic piece where I want it. I'm looking to place it about the middle there. Now it'll move around a little bit for a few minutes, but it will soon settle down. So once we've got the first one placed, it's just a matter of then going round and popping the other ones where they're supposed to be. I mean, you could leave it at this and then just pop one of our faceted gems on top, and that would be really pretty. But I like the idea of bringing the yellow in from the DSP. One more. There we go. So there's our focal point. We'll bring in the faceted gems. And one of the large ones, make sure I pick up the glue underneath it, and there we go. That's really pretty. Now I'll pop those aside, flip this over, and in with the large dimensionals. Oh, I almost forgot. Okay. Going to bring in my ruler. And what I'm going to do is line up one side of the card with one of the lines on my paper stack, my paper stack, and then, yeah, that looks good. So my fast fuse, just for added strength. So we'll pop that there, and then I'm lining this up again, straight down with another line so that I know I'm getting it straight. Pop that one there. Oops. And the other one, and have them so that they're approximately the same distance top and bottom. And then we bring in our focal point, and once again try and get it so that it's top and bottom even, and there we go. And just for an added bit of bling, I'm going to put one of the normal rhinestones at the top, whoops, one of the small faceted gems down here, And this is all I've got left of the old packets of rhinestones. So we'll just pop that one there. And that, if I can move all of this rubbish out the way so that you're not distracted, is our card for today. As you can see, that one's a bit brighter because it's Daffodil Delight, but that one still looks okay. I'm pretty sure this was crushed curry in the background anyway, so it's all much of a muchness. So that's today's card. I hope you enjoyed it and you'll get some more use out of your mosaic madness. So until Sunday, when I have my first fun flips and folds, I will see you then. Bye bye.